So today is my last day in Frankfurt and I'm feeling a little sad. Also excited for my next destination, but did I do enough? Did I see enough? Did I do all the things? Did I meet all the people I could have? Did I see all the nature that I could have? I don't think so. I guess that's like the part of traveling though, that's it is what it is. So I'd say Nizza, this little park area is probably my favorite little area. I don't even know if you're supposed to be here, but I've seen people out on the lawn before, so here I am. Yeah, let's take a moment to reflect. So I would say some of my favorite parts of Frankfurt are how clean it is, how organized it is, all the architecture. Almost everywhere you look, there's something that kind of gives you a whoa factor. Yeah, everybody seems pretty nice. Seems pretty safe. I'm not out yet, so I could get mugged. There's a lot of beautiful nature, the plants, the landscaping and everything I think is excellent. It just feels very fresh, feels very comfortable. In terms of food, I went to like the same cafe every morning just because it was kind of close. There's a lot of other cafes, but I mean, I don't know. I'd say there's a lot of options for museums. I only went to one. But I just wasn't really in the stillness mindset to do more museums, I would say. Like I wanted to be out and about, walking, exploring, sightseeing more than anything. I will say, I think the trees are super cool and unique. There's a lot of birds, It's very pretty. I made a few friends, so that was cool. Got to sing karaoke, so check on the list. I want to do that in every city that I go to. I just think that's a nice icebreaker and just a cool way to meet people. Shopping wise, I found it a little difficult. I think that everything seemed a little bit more expensive than back in the US. Or maybe it's just me, I don't really go shopping that much and I usually order online, so it's easier, it's convenient, and if I don't like it, you can return it. Here you can't really do that. You're in a hotel or wherever for only a limited amount of time. I would say drinking wise, I've had mostly beer since I've been here. I haven't noticed it hurting my stomach like it does back in the US, so maybe there is something very, very different here. But, oh, there's the sun. I'm glad it was a really nice time, like weather-wise, it's been fairly sunny. There was only one rainy day, so it wasn't, too much of a downer. Walking wise, it's great. There wasn't too much drastic elevation changes like you might have in other cities like San Francisco or, really wrecked up sidewalks and stuff like you would in New York and other places. So I found it pretty easy to get around, and I was able to get in anywhere from like 16 to 22,000 steps a day pretty easily. And there's so much to just occupy your time and the sights and everything, you don't even really notice that you're walking that much until you get back to the hotel and are like, oh my God, my legs. I would say hotel wise, it was a decent stay. It was very quiet, very easy, clean. I think the gym was not great, but that's okay. It was for a hotel, but I didn't get the workout in that I wanted to, so I am feeling a little bit out of routine with that. I'll say staying. So things that I wasn't that happy about. I would say, solo traveling, being alone feels a little weird. This is my first time doing this, so not having somebody to share the moments with, and not having someone to lay down next to, can get a little lonely, especially when you realize that you booked your hotel near the red light district and you can hear people moaning pretty loudly outside, in the street, in the alleys. Like I have no idea where it was coming from, but it was a lot of times throughout the night. If I randomly woke up or had the window open because it was a little warm and they don't have AC. So yeah, that was interesting. to hear, but just, you know, embrace the surroundings and the environment you're in, I guess. I'd say a couple things that were pretty easy. A lot of people spoke English, so you know, as much as I really did want to stick to learning German and try my best to communicate, people were still very accommodating and very nice, and so it was never like an issue. It was never like a hard time trying to communicate. So I would say, you know, if you want to go to Germany and you're nervous if you don't know any German, this is a fairly easy place to get around. I think you'll be fine. I'll say another thing that was intimidating though, even though some people did speak English, I was nervous to go to like bars by myself. Like I wanted to go to a couple nice wine bars that I saw and everything, but I just felt a little out of my element. You know, how do I approach people like, hello, you know, and not be able to say anything, or, you know, I don't want to have their night inconvenienced by having to translate to the American, you know? So it seemed like everybody was there with their friends or whoever, and I kind of just felt a little out of the mix and didn't really feel the excitement to join in. But I think, you know, if I keep learning more and more German, I think that I'll feel a little better by the next city and the next one, you know, to join in and try more. I would say in terms of this city and everything, if I would ever live here, absolutely. I think it's a beautiful, wonderful place, and yeah, I'd be happy to live here. I think it's really nice. Cleanliness, people-wise, it's great. Architecture's great. Cost-wise, I think it's very decent, and that's it. I don't know how it is in the winter and the fall and everything like that, but I think it's really beautiful right now. So yeah, I think that's it. I also noticed like a lot of people, it seems like a pretty fitness-oriented kind of place. I see a lot of people running and jogging, and a lot more bicyclists. I think that their streets are very organized in that sense too, with the biking. So it's amazing. I think that's it for now. That's my first city review, and maybe I'll have more to share later on. But that's where I'm at now on my last day in Frankfurt.